They all share same body deformity. Their bodies are covered with small tumors. And they say this body deformity has united them together. After all failing to get wives, the reason being having all these small tumors. Surprisingly, they are all born normal, but reaching age 15, they all start suffering from these small tumors. These tumors go on increasing, hence covering the whole body. He's called Fiacre. Looking at him, you cannot just realize that he's 65-year-old. He says he has passed through a lot. Him and this one are brothers. They were all born to the same father and mother. He goes by the name Samson. He's the partner to Fiacre. He says he was born in 1986. This means he's 35-year-old. Due to their appearance, where they all have this skin abnormality, they can never get a partner. And they now lost hope that they will never ever get one. Fiacre says he suffered from this skin abnormality long time ago when he was still young. He had 15 years old. He said his parents tried for treatment, whether local hospitals or even traditional medicine. But this all did not help. He says he kept visiting hospitals, and the more he visited hospitals, the more the skin abnormality increased. At first, it was just a normal skin rash that went on multiplying itself, until the whole body became like this. To him, he thought it was not a big deal since he could no longer feel too much pain, though he scratches himself too many times, until he wanted to have a wife. That's the day he realized that this skin abnormality is worse than anything. Whenever he approached women and asked them to be his partner, they all could not hesitate but give him a very big no. After this happened several times, he gave up and he realized maybe he was not created to have and live with a wife. He started questioning himself, asking God why. He says it's as if girls would prank him. He brought more than 3 girls, but whenever they reached at his house and saw his whole body, they could all go back saying that they can't live with an animal. They could say he has scales on his body like that of a fish or amphibian, and all could reject him like that, starting from the first to the third. And the conclusion was to stop going for women, but rather chose to spend the rest of his life with the brother who also had the same skin abnormality and same relationship issues. As they say, birds of a feather flock together. They now live together as a wife and a husband. Since none of their family members ever had such a skin condition, they say it's not hereditary, but also wonder why on earth they suffered this condition in a family of more than 10 children. And only these ones are the one that had this condition. He says he's happily living with his brother regardless of what people say, without even knowing why they ended up living together. He says they don't care on people's critics as long as they are happily living together. Since they never got wives, they could not go somewhere and build houses. They remained at their home place, where they were born and raised in this house. They say they will even die from this house. The house is too old. It was built long time ago in the 1950s by their parents. As in many villages, here they all depend on agriculture. They go cultivate for whoever gives them that opportunity and make sure they earn a living. Since living together, They cooperate in each and everything. They share even home activities. One has to go bring firewood in the bush. After collecting enough for cooking, he brings them at home. And the other has to stop using that firewood in cooking. And after cooking, they have to sit down and enjoy their meal together. It looks like they got used to living such a life, and after eating, the other starts washing and cleaning dishes. And at the end of the day, they have to go sleep and wake up in the morning. Surprisingly, they were all born normal, and whenever they reach 15 years of age, they all start to suffer from this skin abnormality. Samson is the brother to Fiacre. He also says that he faced same critics and trolling by when he wanted to get married. He tried more than 5 women, but all concluded they never wanted living with such an animal looking like a person.
Nyine turanya tukagerageza ariko mwikonya bikanga mukavuga ati ntago twabana nabariye bikanga nyine kitamo nyine kwibanira nyine na mugenzi wacu.
Whenever Samson tried dating different women, they all rejected him, and the decision was to come back here and live with the brother, since no wife has ever accepted this man's proposal. And one thing that makes it too hard for these 2 old brothers is that they don't even have a lot of money. They think that if they had some money, they would at least have got some beautiful wives. But the man says it's not only failing to get wives due to this skin condition. The problem remains even finding jobs. They say there is a lot of work they can do since they are not too old. But since they have this skin abnormality, some bosses don't hire them. Not that they are not able, but because they have this skin deformity. When they are lucky, they are hired and perform their tasks even better than others. These 2 men say that some people have misunderstood them, and those people think these men are homosexuals, but they are not. People go on trolling and abusing them. That does not make them happy, but they got used to this. Since they have suffered from this condition a lot of years ago. The problem they all share is that their condition has no treatment around here. They went everywhere in these local hospitals, but for no treatment. And they think maybe with advanced medicine like abroad, they can get treatment, and this condition goes on increasing day by day. They say they're worried that one day they'll be looking scary like animals. They only have hope in advanced medicine. You can help these 2 brothers get advanced medicine by contributing via a GoFundMe link found in description and pinned in top comments. We are threatened with suffering from 3 directions: from our own body, which is doomed to decay, and dissolution, and which cannot even do without pain and anxiety as warning signals; from the external world, which may rage against us with overwhelming and merciless forces of destruction; and finally, from our relations to other men. The suffering which comes from this last source is perhaps more painful than any other. Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah, and this is Afrimax English. Remember to subscribe.